Hey guys, this is Dan Cfbn Confederate Flag Broadcast. I got some updated news that may be interesting to you guys. I got all kinds of stuff that's going on. At the Republican Convention, we've got all kinds of things going on right now that I got to tell you about. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got all kinds of things that is taking place between the media right now. Okay? And so what I'm going to do is go ahead and tell you straight up exactly what's going on. Okay? Remember that clip I had about the Young Turks? And I told you in previous broadcasts that I get my sources legitimately from Alex Jones. Well, the clip that I played earlier when I was trying to expose the Young Turks blasting the Confederate flag, this wasn't too long ago. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this particular video here, you've got to see this. The Young Turks versus Alex Jones. Now, Alex is a respectful man, and that's who I follow. Now, remember the clip that they were trying to interfere with my signal when I was trying to sit here, broadcast, and call out these morons? Well, guess what they did to us? Sit here and look at this clip. This is absolutely amazing, and I want to play a clip. Now, guys, watch this very carefully. This is Alex Jones. He's going to visit the Turks. He was invited on the show. This is my main resource, is Alex Jones. You, ladies and gentlemen, to watch this very closely. These Young Turks are doing to Alex Jones just a flag of all those Southerners. Now, these people are absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. You got to watch this clip. You got to make sure that you can get all of it. Every time I say something about, they're following me. You understand that? Because I'm a man. And they're interfering with my signal all the time, like they're doing now. They don't want you to see. And this is why exactly I'm broadcasting. Jones is a very respectful. This is ridiculous what they're trying to do. They have like a monitoring team here and watches me broadcast this. Anything about the Turks will sit here and try to interfere with the city. Now keep in mind, this is the lovely Young Turks lead broadcaster. It's his channel, and he's the one that started all this hate with the flag. Watch carefully. This is the Young Turks that tried to interfere with my signal earlier when I was trying to broadcast.
the time. You never give me a chance to respond. I should give you a job. Job. You're a man, Roger. Roger, you're the world biggest liar. Didn't you admit that you lied? Didn't you already admit that? Elliot's good. He's a great guy. Let's get on the fucking show. Take a
See, now this source that I'm getting is from the Young Turks. I'm doing this on purpose because I want you to understand that guy right there, the microphone, that's the Young Turks lead broadcast. And Bill Kristol's agenda is to use the Confederate flag to create Haiti. That's it. That's why Bill Kristol absolutely was appalled by his comments. This individual, the Turk individual, is an absolute out of control and undeniable agitator. This guy here needs to be removed from the media, especially what he said about the Confederacy and the Confederate flag and the southern part of the United States. He's a sick piece of garbage. He's just a shit, man. They're trying to interfere with my signal, and once again, I'm not going to go anywhere until this is broadcast. Alex Jones is my lead resource. Just the viewers know, that guy with a microphone in his hand is the biggest agitator, and I wouldn't be surprised to Hillary Clinton or the Clintons in that matter. See, try to broadcast something about this to me every single time. Every single time. They're trying to interfere with a little guy like me that's trying to broadcast the truth about this agitator, this piece of garbage that wants to sit here and say the Confederacy are the most scum, lowest scum on the face of the earth. This is the individual holding that microphone up. This signal is going to go back up. You'll see my signal strength in here in just a second. But anytime I try to broadcast any, they try to interfere with my signal. I'm not going to go anywhere. It's going to be right here. I want the viewers to know this. If you're a Confederate flag supporter, you've got to understand what's going on. This guy is the lead broadcaster of Lee, the only person that has blasted the Confederate flag to no end. He has tried to connect the Confederate flag to the KKKs. I'm going to do my best to try to get a clear clip of this one and the previous broadcast of him blasting the Confederate flag. I'm not going to go anywhere. If you're listening, Turks is monitoring me from YouTube. I'm not going to go anywhere. This is going to stay up until it buffers and rebuffers again. I don't care how many times. This guy here is an agitator. He's a piece of garbage. It'll come back up, ladies and gentlemen. Just be patient. Be patient. Be patient. Just be patient with me, ladies and gentlemen. I want to clip back up. Things are going to be fine. That I'm telling you right now. This is exactly why this got to stop. This is exactly why. See, everything that I'm trying to do here is defend and explain the proper meaning of this flag. Alex Jones is my lead resource. And the one, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. See, every time I broadcast it, they want to mess it up. I have never had no problems with clips. Not one time. Alex Jones was invited. He approached. He had a Bill Clinton T-shirt and it said "rape" at the bottom of it. I thought it was hilarious. And I was asked lead broadcaster, how did he like the Hillary for Prison T-shirts? This kind of stuff. And he is the number one agitator of the Confederate flag. He's trying everything in his power to connect the flag with KKK. That's from Turks. If you're looking at the screen, he's on my right. Alex Jones, but that's the Young Turks. Sorry about the camera. Kind of man this guy is approaching Alex Jones. Who do you think is the racist and violent one here? Alex Jones came on that set because he was invited. It was a pure setup. Alex Jones is from Texas, ladies and gentlemen. Get off his stage. Get the fuck off his stage. That's the Young Turks lead broadcaster. Sorry about the camera and signal interruption, ladies and gentlemen. Every time I try to broadcast about something negative about the Young Turks and to expose them, they interfere with my signal. I have no problems with other clips. How to expose the Young Turks. Understand, Alex Jones is from he's a respected journalist. He is the most respected journalist in the South. Is Alex Jones, and all he was simply trying to do is an invitation to the Young Turks stage. You see what they did to Alex Jones? I don't know if you can see it clearly, but they actually attacked him. This is what's happening at the Republican National Convention, hours before Donald Trump and Ivanka Trump spoke. This is the Young Turks agenda here. And he wants to say we have an agenda to use the Confederate flag.
No, we're just here.
Alex Jones is the most creditable journalist and most effective in the South, in my opinion. He's from Texas. They keep on trying to interfere with my signal, ladies and gentlemen. Just be patient, please. This is a young man to expose. They try to tamper with, to expose them because they were blasted. They were blasted competitive. Ever since you expose this, they have ignorance. There's all kinds of devices.
Interviews from other people. They bring us over. They say jump on, and then I get up there and they like spit in my face.
See, they spit in his face. And Alex Jones works out. He's a pretty big dude. He's short, but he's a big dude and very stocky and strong. If he took that young Turks guy on, he would have whipped his ass. That's Alex Jones, gentlemen. That's my number story. I really apologize for that breakup. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you understand what's going on right now? The clip that I played earlier this evening, I exposed them blasting the Confederate flag. I want to do my very best to find a better signal broadcast of that clip. The Young Turks, they're starting in on this rebel flag, trying to connect it with KKK and all this other garbage once again. Then, Republican convention today, they tried to sit here and pick a fight and set Alex Jones up. Alex Jones is my number one source. I just started this channel. I'm just a little old country boy in the South, just trying to use it with a Southern twist. That's all. Alex Jones is from Texas, everybody. Okay? Now, in that clip, that lead broadcaster of Young Turks, number one reason why those type of people sit here and create that kind of atmosphere. I wanted to show you that Alex simply walked over, accepted the invitation of InfoWars with his company's microphone in his hands, and you have the right to speak to each other and voice your opinion. He was trying to joke with the Young Turks, and I thought it was pretty funny. He was sitting in and had a T-shirt that said "rape" right underneath Bill Clinton's picture. I asked the Young Turks lead broadcaster, Hillary for prison T-shirts that he said that he sold, and he said, and he responded to a very negative in a childish way. So the feud escalated, the verbal feud, if you will. You know, see, this is my point. This is why I started this channel. This is why I need your support. Expose these fools that are out in the media, have all this money. You got people that want to tell the truth that have money, and you have people that want to agitate, lie, cause bullshit problems in the country that have money also. My job as a Southern boy, Confederate Flag Broadcasting Network, is to expose these individuals, especially sit here and pass the flag. That clip that I showed you earlier, that individual started in on the Confederate flag. You can hear what he calls us, what it should have happened. You need to see the clip. where it says CFBN calls out TYT. That's the video clip title. I want you and all the Confederate supporters to please watch this clip. This individual was the lead broadcaster of the Young Turks. He's the one that's sitting here supporting Hillary Clinton. He's the one that's sitting here. It's the cops' fault because of the attacks in the Southland here. The Southerners that we're causing hate in this country. It's our fault that is supporting the Confederate flag that we are causing hate. It's our fault that we're sitting here trying to explain to people the treating of this American flag. It's our fault. It's our fault. It's our fault in the South. That's what the Young Turks are about. They especially didn't like Alex Jones coming up there to Cleveland. The Turks were trying to ambush the media by trying so-called talk show in an isolated area. And they invited Alex Jones up there. So he walked up there. Now, he has a female accomplice too, and so does the Young Turks. But you see the type of people the Young Turks are? They do everything in their power here and throw fuel on the fire about this Confederate flag. Any clips that they have about the Confederate flag comes, any negative, any KKK relations in this day and time, 2016, this year, comes from the Young Turks. Young Turks, I hope you watch my video and you call me out. I'm just an old Southern boy. But once you do, you're going to be surprised how the South is going to come together and support this Confederate flag like they already have. You sit here and want to make sure that everybody thinks, make sure this for the American people. You're an agitator piece of shit, Young Turks. You're starting in on this Confederate flag. You're trying to do a hate and connect KKK with this flag again. This already happened years and years and years ago. This flag in the South does not need to go through this again. People like you support Barack Obama. People like you support Hillary Clinton. Like you are going to ignore people like you, Donald J. Trump. People like you call Donald J. Trump a rapist. Clintons, they're the real rapist. And the real divider, the real prejudiced person, and the racist is Barack Obama. That's who the real racist person is. He don't give a damn about the country, the north, south, east, or the west coast. Now, that clip I just showed you was Alex Jones versus the lead broadcaster of the Young Turks, who was interfering with my when I was exposing the Confederate flag channel, because I know for a fact it would be effective. I need is call-ins coming in, voice your opinion. I'm going to sit here. I will do my utmost. And so Alex Jones is a phenomenal man, very intelligent. He knows exactly what's going on. This Confederate flag back here has got 13 stars, represents the 13 southern states below the Mason-Dixon line. That's all it represents, period. You got a North Korea, South Korea, North Africa, South Africa. And you got a North U.S. and a South U.S. In our country, the North and South is together. Supposed to be. We got the fools like the Young Turks trying to ignite the KKK and affiliated this rebel flag with the KKK again. It's got nothing to do with them, people. You dumbass Young Turks. The broadcast network and the followers, your viewers, that rebel flag behind me has got nothing to do with racism. The Young Turks are agitators. They're blasting this flag. They're blasting our Southern heritage. And they're sitting here, a thing that we're trying to explain and defend and support the rebel flag. in a very informative way. Now, the last clip I showed of the Young Turks, I lost a little control when I was broadcasting. I was cussing too much. Yeah, I don't mean to cuss, but I speak my mind. That's just the way it is. I'm going to do everything in my power to do my part to broadcast and expose agitators like the Young Turks Broadcasting YouTube channel. The pieces of shit. I don't care if they got 3.5 million followers or viewers. We get just as much as we can come together. Alex Jones has just as much. But what I'm trying to explain to you is I'm not asking for anything from anybody but supporting and explaining this rebel flag properly in a respectful manner. This channel, not to make money, not to sit here and try to sit here and take sides, or I'm trying to expose certain people in the media to ignite hate. The Young Turks had everything to do, a lot to do with that South Carolina incident, with that flag being removed from the South Carolina building. People don't even know that. I follow this, and I follow these events very closely. Alex Jones is my #1 source. Broadcast you in the South news with a twist and explain this rebel flag in the correct way. The Young Turks have got to be exposed. They've got to sit here and be fought against. Everybody and everybody and live in this country, and you understand the true meaning of the rebel Confederate flag. This individual, broadcasting of the Turks, is doing everything in its power to ignite hate again. Doesn't that sound familiar? Barack Obama follower, Hillary Clinton supporter. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to watch this clip as many times as you can. I apologize for the signal, but every time I do something like this, we're exposed, they interfere with my signal. I'm being monitored by the Young Turks from the YouTube channel. There's certain devices that alerts them when I come on. I need more viewers and supporters. That's all I need. I don't want no money. I don't want any of this. I just want this flag to be explained, defended in a proper manner. This guy is doing everything in his power to sit here. He's got so much leadway right now. I'm willing to lead the charge and lead the defense on this flag if I get the proper viewers and supporters. I'm asking for your support. Broadcasts say I'm taking live calls in. It's not a hoax. It's not a fake phone number. Call in, voice your opinion, state your name, state where you're from, and let's move on. This is a YouTube talk show. Cfbn, Confederate Broadcast Network. We broadcast live dates as I get information. The Young Turks are doing everything they can to ignite KKK and ignite hate again. And all the connections with this flag is totally false, what he's saying. He doesn't have a clue about Civil War history. I bet you Alex Jones does. Ladies and gentlemen, we got to come together. The speech Donald J. Trump gave here this evening was wonderful. It was great. I hope you see this clip, watch this clip. Once again, the Young Turks to radicalize this rebel flag, the Southern Confederate flag, and he called us Southerners terrorists. That pisses me off as a former Army vet. I'm a former Army vet, and he's calling me a terrorist because I support that Confederate flag. His logic and the explanation was totally bogus. Gentlemen, I'm Dan, CFB and Confederate Flag Broadcasting Network, signing off.